Hey guys, what's up? This is Mooney B123 coming today. So this is my Samsung Galaxy Note for Verizon, the SMN900V. Today is April 15th, 2015. And we've got an update for today. Software update available. First of two software updates for your Samsung Galaxy Note 3 prepares your device for the next update, which is Android 5.0 Lollipop. So I'm going to take this download. I'm going to let it update to Lollipop, and then I'm going to show you some of the stuff that's new here with the new Lollipop update from Verizon. Alright, finally got done with that. It took quite a while to download that. I don't know how big that file is. It's going to be a relatively large file. I don't know, of course it's going to depend on your network speed, but it probably took 20-25 minutes to download that. So software update available. Alright, this update includes improvement enhancements to your Samsung Galaxy Note 3, including the operating system. And it has those things that we've already seen there. Alright, we'll tell it to install now, and we're going to have Lollipop. Alright, just got finished doing that. So it's going to boot back, and it's probably going to do the updating all the apps. Probably take a little while on that before we can see anything. But we should be on Lollipop now. Pretty sure that's an updated splash screen there for the Samsung logo. Okay, so first thing here you can see, have these notifications on the lock screen. You can see different text here on the lock screen. Different camera icon there. So first thing, and you can see that animation whenever I open the app drawer. You can see how that comes open, how it closes down. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and just show you that this is on Lollipop now. And already you can see all kinds of differences here. These toggles. Go to About Phone, and there you go. Android 5.0 Lollipop. And get into our Flappy Bird clone Easter egg. Yeah, I'm terrible at it. There's no doubt. So, anyways, there you go. Just wanted to show you that this is on Lollipop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this for a test drive for an hour or two, and then later this evening I'll come back and kind of just show you a few of the things that I've noticed as I've gone through here, and just kind of finish the video up showing you just some of the stuff that's included. Oh, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and check and see if that advanced calling is here real quick. I looked at Verizon's support documents on this advanced calling. I'm not familiar with it. I've never had a phone with it, so I still don't know exactly. But this is where they said it would be at. Would be under mobile networks here. So I don't see it there. It may be somewhere else. I'll look, as I said, and just mess around with this and see if I can find it anywhere. But from there, it doesn't look like that advanced calling is included. So there you go. Like I said, I'll be back in an hour or two and just show you some of the things that I've found out on this. Okay, so I've been giving this a test run for about 2 or 3 hours now, which of course I know is not exhaustive at all, and just kind of gone through menu settings and different things, and they're obviously you're changing the Lollipop, so you're changing the Android version here to a distinct number, but there's a whole lot of Lollipop things that Samsung did not include in this update. Of course, you do have these the notifications on the lock screen here. That's one of the big new things in Lollipop is that, and that's definitely here. And you can change the settings on those notifications, what shows, what doesn't show, and that can be done through the settings. So that's definitely a part of it. You can open up here into the phone. You can open up into the camera, which, by the way, if you're on Google Opinion or whatever this is, have you been getting these surveys that ask you if you've been to a certain place and whether you walked or drove there? I've been getting tons of those. Been making, 40, 30 cents every time on that. It just seems strange that they just ask me that over and over again. But anyways, so you can see here the update. Whenever I first updated this, it needed to update the Google Play services, and so it did that. Okay, so once you go in here, the camera icon is different now, and there are some icons that are different. So while I'm talking about this, in the camera itself, I don't see any differences. I wasn't exhaustive in going through all the settings, but just when I opened up, the interface of the camera looks exactly the same as it did under KitKat 4.4.4 and 4.4.2. So I don't really see any differences in the camera there. So in the drop down here, it has a different kind of styling here, kind of like the S5 originally did. And then you have clear button right here. You can go through there, go to your settings. Okay, so just in general, obviously we have material design that's included now through this Lollipop update. So just as an example of that, when I go into the phone options here of shutting down, you can see how it has all these different colors, and it has these what they always talk about, like more primary colors, and it's just more colorful overall. It's supposed to be a flatter design. There's definitely more animations, and I showed this a little while ago, but when you open the app drawer here, you can see how it throws that up, brings it down. When I open this up, open this calculator comes up, it drops it down. There's those new kind of animations all over the place. Okay, so in the settings, you can see these new toggles on and off. You can search through the settings here. One thing that they talk about in this document that Verizon put out describing the update here is what they call a floating action button, an FAB or FAB, I guess for short. And so like if you go into contacts, and this right here is the floating action button. And if you've been using Gmail for a while now, you know that it's had that like compose button down there. That's an FAB, the floating action button. And this floating action button is showing up more and more in different menus, different apps that are related to Google here. All right, of course, also now once you go to your recent apps, it has this in card style where you can flip through here. Open those up like that. Okay, so Samsung left out several things that were included in Lollipop. For one thing is the sound setting. In standard Lollipop, whenever you click whenever you go into your sound settings, it gives you the priority and different options in that. And Samsung did not include those new sound settings that are included in Lollipop. Like, for instance, on my LG G2, it got its Lollipop update about a week and a half ago. It has that new Lollipop sound settings. The Note 3's update does not have that. Another thing that's not included is the screen pinning that's included in Lollipop that's in my LG G2. And I believe you get to that by going to security, and down here it has it where you can pin a screen. And what you do on that is if you go into recent here, you can click on this little pin, and it will only allow you to stay in that app until you push the menu and back button or something, two of them at the same time. Then it'll let you exit that. But it basically locks you into that app until you do that. Samsung did not include screen pinning in this new Lollipop update. And probably the biggest omission in this Lollipop update is that Advanced Calling 1.0 is not included. And I'm pretty sure you go into more networks, go into mobile networks, and it would be in this setting right here in this menu. And it's not there. So Advanced Calling 1.0 is kind of Verizon's branding of that idea of VoLTE. And VoLTE, all it stands for is Voice over LTE. Basically, your voice is being transmitted with using data, using this new technology, VoLTE, and it just makes the audio sound just so much better. And it's not just like an incremental upgrade. It's just completely different. And if you've ever heard voice coming over VoLTE, it's just incredible how clear it is. And it's the difference between going from a standard definition TV to a high def TV. And it really does make a difference like that. But that's all that Advanced Calling 1.0 is. The VoLTE is voice over LTE. That's not included in this update. Now, Samsung and Verizon, they may have a small update that comes out eventually someday that throws that into here. But with this update that came out today, April 15th, 2015, Advanced Calling 1.0 is not included. So, and also I want to say before I quit here today is that in general it's very, very smooth, very fluid. I saw some people say in some forums that it just was completely buggy for them. And, in that kind of situation, probably the problem is there's just old leftover data that's causing those conflicts, and either finding some way to clear cache or maybe even doing a hard reset will clear up most of that. But for me, this is just directly on top of what I did. I didn't try to wipe anything out, and mine it's running smooth. I mean, in fact, I think it's smoother than what it was before. So I'm happy with the update, even though there are some things that Samsung left out that should have been included from Lollipop. But of course, you people who are using a Verizon Galaxy Note 3 that's not the developer edition, basically we're at the whims of Verizon, that we can't put any. Well, we can put custom ROMs, but that are based on the stock ROMs. We can't put any AOSP ROMs or any of those type on here. So there was no way we were going to get Lollipop unless Samsung and Verizon put that out. So I'm glad they did that, and we have some of those benefits, but there are some things that they did leave out. So again, this is Mooney B123 coming today. Lollipop on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 for Verizon. Thanks for watching today.